One of the things that will affect the way you play your guitar is something called the action of the guitar. And that just means the way everything is set up, the way everything is adjusted, the way everything works together. Part of this is the way the strings feel when you push them. Now that depends partly on the height of the strings above the frets. It also depends on the curvature of your neck. That's what we're going to talk about right now, is the curvature of the neck. Now a guitar neck generally wants to be straight in order for the guitar to play as best it can. But things do happen that change that. A guitar can react to humidity over time. If it gets too humid, the neck might bow a certain way. If it gets too dry, it might bow a certain way. And that in turn will affect the way that it feels to you. Now you can look down a neck the long way and get a general idea of whether it's straight or not. Now you might not be able to tell whether your neck is straight or curving in a certain direction. You can always bring it to somebody who does such things. In your town there's probably a repairman somewhere that does this. But if you do see something you want to adjust yourself, this is how it works. Inside the neck is a part called the truss rod, which can be loosened or tightened to affect the straightness of the neck. And the place you tighten it will either be at this end of the neck or inside the other end of the neck. If the adjustment is available at the top of the neck, there will be a cover plate. So that would be the first step to take that plate off. What we see inside there is the truss rod nut, and that's the part that we can move to adjust the tightness of the truss rod, which in turn will adjust the straightness of the neck. To adjust this truss rod nut, you use the wrench that came with the guitar, or if you don't happen to have it, they're available at the guitar shop. What you're going to do is put the tool on the nut and then loosen or tighten, as the case may be, to adjust the tightness of the rod, which will adjust the straightness of the neck. It's the same righty-tighty, lefty-loosey concept. If I move my wrench like this, I'm tightening. If I move my wrench like that, I'm loosening. So you loosen or tighten the appropriate amount. You recheck your neck along the way. This is a little tricky to get the angle, but if you can tell that it's bowed one way or the other, you just keep adjusting until you can tell that you've made it straight. Another factor to consider when you're adjusting the neck is how it feels and how it sounds. I guess that's two factors. If the strings are too high, which would be caused by the neck bowing upwards, they're just going to feel extra stiff when you play your notes. It's not going to be as comfortable as it could be. Okay, now I have intentionally adjusted this neck with a backwards bow so that the strings are now too low and they are making a lot of buzzing noises when I play the notes. Okay, now I'm readjusting the truss rod nut quarter turn at a time until the neck is back to its regular straightness. And now the notes will sound clear again. Okay, now I have intentionally misadjusted the neck in the other direction where there's upwards bow to the neck. That makes the strings higher above the frets than they really want to be. It's tough for you to see this maybe, but if you were playing the guitar, you would notice that the strings are higher than they should be and tougher to push down. Anywhere I go on this neck, everything I play is now harder to play than it should be, and I'm thinking about my fingertips instead of the music, which is bad, so we'll fix this. And if you're ever in doubt about whether your guitar needs this kind of adjustment or whether the things you're doing are correct, just bring it to a guitar shop with a technician and they will either help you with this or they will do it for you.